Hello, this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. I just received an order in Canada. I can't remember which city it was, but it's in the East Coast. So she ordered a crew neck, and I don't think I showed a tutorial on how to knit a crew neck. 100% Angora. This is angorarabbityarn that I bought from United States. Their distributors were in the United States. And it's made in France. I saw this in Instagram and I never tried it, so I wanted to try it. I usually buy it from New York. Her name is Star. Yeah, this yarn, Angora Rabbit, is really hard to find. When you find it, you just grab it. I did have a bad experience. I bought it from Russia. I wanted pure white and she sent me ivory. Well, she lost a customer, unfortunately. Okay, so what I did is, this is going to be a medium size. I just wanted to share while I started. And so I cast on a total of 80 stitches. This is for a medium size. And if you ask me for a large, for a small, for a crew neck, please write it down or I will forget about it. For a crew neck, for a small size, oh, I did not write it down here. Oh yeah, it's 64 stitches to cast on, and I'm knitting top down, so it's going to be starting from the top all the way down. And so this is a medium size. She's a medium size, and she wanted ivory for her wedding. She's getting married on February 22nd. Okay, so I cast on a total of 22 stitches, and I do have these techniques. I have tutorials on how to knit. So I'm going to show you while I go. Okay, so the rib is going to be on the collar area. To do that, I'm just gonna purl one row, purl all the way, purl yarn on the front, and then I will show you how to start the rib. There's a technique, and I do have a tutorials. If you go on to my videos. Sorry, I still have this terrible flu. I waited for it to go away, but my throat and my nose, you can hear my voice. I do apologize for it, but yeah, fortunately it's not going away. It's still here, the flu. Okay, so I'm just going to purl all the way, and I will come back to show you how to start the rib. One knit, one purl. Just the regular, we're not dividing the body parts yet. Okay, I forgot to mention I do 2 strands, so I use 2 strands of that yarn that I just showed you, because one strand is pretty thin. Okay, and the crochet hook, the knitting needle, because I'm a crocheter too, I always get confused. I don't know if you can see. It's those, if you can read the label, Shasha. Is that how you Chaco? It's US 7. It's 4.5 millimeter knitting needle. And then when I'm going to be knitting the body part, I will go up to a bigger knitting needle just to give that nice softness. Okay, so I'm going to start the rib, and there's another way to get this straight, and if you steam with an iron you can do it, but I'm so lazy to get up now. Just want to start this. She just paid like 2 hours ago. I didn't see it until oh my goodness. So I don't knit the first stitch, and what I do is I go under. I do have a tutorial on this, but I'll show it to you again. So I go under and I roll it like this. I twist it, like I roll it, and then it gives you that nice tubular, see? Can you see it? It gives you that nice tubular look. And I just do the purl regular, and knits, that's just the knits I do it. I do the purl, and it gives you this nice tubular look, see? Instead of this is nice too. I years and years, this is how I knit it. But lately, this is I've been doing in the past 3 years, I believe. So the purl, I go underneath. I grab it from here. Like here, I go between. And I turn it like this. So I'm flipping it. Show you again. I had a comment the other day. I laughed. I'm so sorry if I'm knitting or purling, crocheting fast. She asked, can you slow down please for us new beginners? I'm so sorry. It's this is my slow. I can't go slower than this. Oh, so funny. Yeah, I grab it and I twist it. And I just do my regular purls. So yeah. So I'm going to continue doing this and I'll come back just to show you how to do the knit and purl rib. Just a basic rib, but at the first row to create this, it's just a flipping, just like this. So I hope everyone's having a nice day. I just wanted to share this. I don't believe I did a crew neck tutorial. I've been getting so many comments. I do have so many tutorials. So if you go into my videos and then click, there's a search button that you can type top down. And then it will show you my tutorials, my videos that I have posted. Kate Middleton, Valera. I have all the information in those videos. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm almost at the end. I just wanted to show you. So I did my flip on the knit, and then the purl, I do it, and the last stitch is a knit. So I'm just going to knit that. It won't be an issue. And I just pull this, and then later I weave it. Okay, so this is the wrong side of the work, and this is how it looks like, and this is the front side of the look, how it looks like a tubular. Okay, so I'm just going to knit and purl. Just what I see is what I'm going to do. This is just a regular knit purl rib stitch that you knit. So this is all to it. So I'm going to do this about I use it about 3 fingers, so I think that's about 2 inches. 3 fingers. Isn't that funny? Oh my goodness. So it's about 3 inches. I knit the rib stitch, and then when I come back on the front side of the work, so it's about 5 centimeter, just to give you, people works with centimeter. And then what I do is when I come to the right side of work, I start dividing the body parts. So I will come back and show it to you. I just wanted to share for the people who's wondering how to knit like a crew neck. I think it's called a crew neck, right? Yeah. Because most of my bridal shrugs, I knit V-necks. And that's the most selling. And the crew neck is a little bit expensive due to more yarn. You use another extra ball. And these balls of yarns are very expensive. I bought it from the States, but yeah, like I think I paid $20 for this ball. Think about it. If you spend 10 balls, it's $200 over there. So I don't charge for my work. I only charge for the yarn and of course the shipping fee, the customs. I pay anything that we spend over 20 Canadian dollar. We pay custom fee, and it's always I pay. Yeah. So like I said, these yarns are expensive, but they are very good quality, and they last for a lifetime. Especially if you wear it on your bridal, when you're getting married, you can wear this anytime after that. And this, I don't put buttons. I noticed lots of people didn't care about buttons, but I do get a handful asking for buttons, so I do sew up, and that's another extra charge because buttons are not cheap at all for bridal buttons. The pearl buttons, they're not cheap at all. Yeah, it depends on the button. And then I just knit like this. So I just wanted to give you some information about these bridal shrugs that I've been knitting since Kate Middleton got married. Non-stop. 2014 was my best year of all. And after that it slowed down, but still I'd get customers. Who wouldn't want to wear a bridal shrug? Especially Angora rabbit. Right? And this is how it looks like. So I will knit and I will come back to show you how to divide the body parts. Okay, while I have you guys here, I just wanted to show you a trick I found out recently. I always look for tricks. My yarn just finished and I don't like making knots. Then it gives you that hole in between the knitting. No matter what you do, you have that hole next to the knot. Okay, so what I did is, this is the new yarn. I used a tapestry needle. Okay, this is the first time I'm doing this, so please bear with me. Because I just saw this today, actually. Okay, so this needle is pretty long. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go, let me see if I can. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go like this. Between, it's a 2-ply. Just like this between. Let's see how this is going to work out. There's so many tricks, but I want to try this one. Okay, so this is how she did it. And then you do the same thing on this end, I believe. Okay, so she says, we go between here, and then we do the same thing. You go between these 2-ply. 2-ply. I think I need to hold this, because I'm doing it in front of the camera. Oh geez, okay, here we go. Hope this would work. That's why I usually buy my yarn in cones, so this way there would be no knots. See, these are all time consuming. Oh geez, okay. Yeah, this, let's see. Okay, and then she says pull it. Then let's pull this. Both we pulled. And what you do is, oh, see? It did work. There's no knots. Oh my goodness. And then it doesn't, like I'm pulling hard and it's not moving. See? Oh, see? You see that? Well, I think this is the best way. I'm going to be doing it this way. Now, from now on, especially with these expensive garments that we're knitting, it's like, oh my goodness. So let me knit and show you how it's going to turn out. Oh, it's been always a problem for me, because no matter what I do, I would see it. I don't think the customers would see it, anyone else, but I'm kind of picky. Well, I am picky with my handmade items. If I don't like it, I will frog it and then start all over again. Okay, so here we are. Yeah, I can pull these inside, these edges, or I'm not going to clip it. I'll just leave it. Hey, oh my goodness, I love this. So I hope you like this short trick that I found out. See? No knots, no holes. Ta-da! Oh goodness. Okay, so I'm going to continue knitting. I just need to knit another more. And I'll be right back. I have knitted the length that I want, and this is enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put ribs in the front. Okay, to do that, the front has to be total of 15 stitches for a medium size. So a total of 80 stitches I have. So this is the front of the work. And then I'm just going to knit a couple of stitches, sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I turn around and I look if that's enough. Oops, geez, doesn't want to knit. Okay. This is enough for the front, you know, the rib that you go all the way down to your waist area. Okay, so I have 5 more stitches left. And then what I do is I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So again, I come back and I count 15. Okay, so I don't leave this stitch. This is how I do my increase, and I showed it on my other tutorials. For my top down, I don't like the yarn over, then there's a hole in the, I like it this way, and then I just knit this stitch and I do another increase. So what I did is, yeah, be careful with the strands of yarn that you're knitting with. So I increased for the front, and I'm increasing for the sleeve area. And the sleeve area is, if you want to write it down, please write it down. I don't have a written pattern. I do not have time to write a pattern. To write a pattern, it's very time consuming, and it's like, oh my goodness. And I would rather show it, do a tutorial, and I have mentioned this several times in my videos, and I still get comments, can you send me a pattern? Can you send me a pattern? Can you email me a pattern? I don't have a pattern. So write it down like what I'm explaining, so this way you can, for you, the way that you understand, if you write it down, then you won't have any problems. Okay, for the sleeve area, it's going to be 10 stitches. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I forgot to change my knitting needle. Okay, don't worry about that. We'll change it. Yeah, I'm going to change it to a bigger size. And I had that knitting needle. So yeah, don't forget to change it if you're going to change it, because I want the body part to be softer than the rib area. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna change it to a bigger knitting needle. Okay, so I moved on to, this was a 4.5. I moved on to a 5.5. I believe this is, it's bigger than a 5, I know, sure, but this is my Addy lace, I believe, circular needles that I have bought over 10 years ago. I've been using, I love it. And yeah, okay. So I was doing, so I did 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, the knitting needles are touching each other. So I'm going to do my increase for the sleeve area and for the back area. To do that, I did my 10th, but I didn't pull it all the way. So I go between, just like this, and I do my increase. Looks like a purl stitch from the front. And I do my knit stitch, but I don't leave it. I do my increase, so I go between, just like this, and then grab it from the back, and then I pull it. Okay, so I'm done the sleeve area. Now I'm going to do the back, which is 26. So I just knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna knit this. This one is too long, too many wires. Okay, I'll be back when I do my 26. So on the 26, I do go between, I do my increase, and I go to the next one, I do my knit. Yeah, this one is a knit, it's in between the increases, just like this. So if you, I have a diagram here that I drew, so it's 80 stitches, and this is how it looks like. So there's 1 stitches on each of the increases that we do. So 1 stitches are knit stitches, and then you do increase in front of these 1 stitches. So just to give you an idea how to, this is how it looks like. This is my, this is how I draw, and then how I write my pattern. But yeah, so I can't send these information because he won't understand. It's only me who would understand. Okay, so I finished the back. Now I'm going to knit the sleeve again. So that's again 10 stitches. So I don't count these increases. So I go 1 to the next stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I do my increase again, just like this. Knit 1 and then do my increase for the front. So we should have total of 15, I'm hoping. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to knit the first 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the remaining is going to be a rib stitch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And try to knit the rib stitches tighter because they're on the front. We don't want them loose. Yeah, I used to knit them separately, but this is way easier and you don't have to go back and start knitting, picking up stitches. I used to do them separately and it was a headache. So I like this method. You finish it. When you're finished the waist, you're finished the body, and then you knit the sleeves. So I try to knit this as tight as I can, and I turn my work. So I'm done with this needle. Okay, this was a 4.5. Yeah, these haven't erased, but the Addie's has. Yeah, and I don't like, I bought these when it first came out, and I don't like the curve of this. I like it when it's nice and straight, like the Addies have. But I did see later on they made straight ones, but I did not go back and buy because they're expensive. Yeah, I think they're selling their name now. Okay, so I have so many needles hanging here, circular needles. So this is going to be the wrong side, but you still have to knit the purl. And don't forget to do your short rows for the back area because we want it higher compared to the front. I don't want it straight. So sometimes I do forget, but I would recommend you to do the short rows, and I do have a tutorial on that. If I don't forget, I will put it on below how to knit short rows. I did a tutorial video separately, and then you can go back and watch that to do short rows. So I will do the short rows after excuse me, I finish this row, and I will come back and forth and I will do the short row. And this is all you do for a medium size. I knit about 8 inches long from the body part. Okay, here's a cardigan. Here's a shrug I have knit years ago. And see what I'm trying to say? I'm going to frog this and redo it. I want to do the arm and knit stitch. And to use a bigger knitting needle, and then it would show off better. And I want to do the short rows. See what I mean? You can't see. When you do the short row, this is how it turns out. This is how it looks like, because you're doing a couple of extra rows on the back, on this area, and then this is how it would look like. So I would highly recommend doing the short rows when you're doing the top down. Just wanted to point that out. And I'll give you the measurements. Oops, I'm all over the place. Okay, so this one is for myself. So what I did is I went about 9 inches, and then I divided the body parts. Here, it's really big to show. So the sleeve area. So if I'm knitting for extra small, please write these down. I do get comments, and even it's in the video, I get the same questions over and over. It's in the video already. So yeah, for a small size, what I do is I measure it from the back actually. So what I do is for extra small size, I knit about 7 inches long, and then I had no complaints since 2009. I opened my Etsy shop, and I've been selling before that in the 1990s. I had no complaint about how small they are, how big they are, about my hand knit items, and everyone's happy. I get lots of reviews, and plus I get, besides reviews, people would message me, send me pictures. My customers, I really appreciate their comments, especially the pictures I receive. It's just a wonderful gift for knitters to receive. So and it fits perfectly. So for an extra small, extra small, 7 inches, and then you divide the body parts. I'm not going to show you the body parts because I have several videos how to do it, how to knit top down knits. So I'm just showing you how to start the crew neck. And then for a small size, I do 7.5. Of course, the price increases due to the yarn. I have to use more yarn, just to point that out. And then for a medium size, I knit about 8 inches long, and then I divide the body parts. And then when you divide the body parts, you can knit as long as you want the bottom, but plus sizes, I do increases. I do have tutorials on that one as well. You can check it out. And for a large size, I would go 8.5 and then divide the body parts. For extra large, anything extra large to 2 large, 3 large, 4, I did knit a 4 extra large. I think I did 10 inches for a 4 extra large, and then I divide the body parts. You know why we're doing that? Because the bigger your body is, it stretches, right? So that's why we need to knit more to give you room. And then of course, when you knit more, you do the increases on 4 sides. And if you're doing a V-neck, you do the increases on the front as well. Okay, so this is for a crew neck tutorial on how to start top down. And this is all to it. And then you can, when you divide the body parts, you can knit as long as you want. You can knit long sleeves, you can knit short sleeves, and then you go from there. This is a cardigan, the bolero I have knit for myself. It's hand spun. I bought the fiber, and I'm going to knit one for myself. And I do have a tutorial as how I started how to knit the arm and stitch, and I think this would be perfect for that, to knit with that stitch to this yarn. It will show off the beautiful rainbow colors. I did buttonholes. You never use buttons, but yeah, to remove the buttons. So I'm gonna, oh here, this is the wrong side. I'm showing you the wrong side of the well, that's okay. I need to remove the buttons and then go from there. If you need, if you want me to show you a tutorial how I'm knitting with this yarn, please write it down below and I will do that. But I have so many projects that I haven't had time to work with this yet. So I hope you like this short tutorial. It's taking me over almost half an hour, but I just wanted to share how to start top down. And I will post pictures of the top down crew neck cardigan. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, share it with your family and friends, and happy knitting!